everybody, here we are for round 3. We are 2-0, hoping to go 3-0. We've got kind of a starting hand, actually a pretty good starting hand. We have turn 1 Vessel, and then turn 2 Scavenger or Obsessive Skinner, or pop the Vessel and hope for Delirium, and just really go off to the races. I'm going to keep, just because this is the closest hand that we've had to going off with this deck. Blue in the finals. What did this guy put together? We will find out very shortly. Is it the mythical blue-red? Is it blue-black? Is it blue-blue? Who knows? Yeah, I'm going to go for broke. I'm going to go for the Delirium off of a turn 2 Vessel. Blue-black. All right. A little bit control-y, maybe. So, are we looking at a Deny Existence in his hand? Oof. Getting there. Enchantment, land, artifact, creature. So we take the Lambholt Pacifist, and we have Delirium. And we play the Moldegraph Scavenger. Yeah. I like it. I like it. Like it a lot. Drownyard Explorers, you got it. Get a clue. Moldegraph Scavenger number 2. Yeah, let's make that Scavenger bigger. And then even bigger on his turn. And then I assume Skinner will get deadweighted. So, I mean, arguably I could have thrown the counter on Skinner. No point now, because the likelihood of deadweight's relatively high. Whereas now the Scavenger's out of throttle range and out of really anything except for bounce range, which would be definitely a little bit annoying and just totally finish us off. But we can see how it goes. I do need to get some more lands, though. Coming in for 2. You're not going to block that 5/6. Oh, maybe you are going to block that 5/6. I'm assuming Adjust the Wind is going to happen here. Let's make him show us. No? Are you slow rolling me? Oh. Oh, throttle. Okay. So it's a 1/2. Could save it with an aim high. And I will, because I've put a lot of counters on that thing. So let's save it. And then pass the turn. And make it even bigger. All in on Scavenger against blue is a bad idea. Such a bad idea. But it keeps the target off the Skinner at least, I suppose. Gonna need some lands, though. Really gonna need some lands. Turn 6, we've seen 1. Not good. If we see a land, though, we can go off. Make a Pacifist and a Scavenger. Well, I assume our opponent doesn't just have an instant answer, or they would have gone for it immediately. Sacking a clue. That's the desperation I like. Stitchwing Scab. Sure. It's no big deal. No big deal at all. Hey, a land. And it's a different color. Yeah, we're going to get in for 6. I don't think he's going to go to 10, but we'll see. He's just going to block. You got it. Let's actually make an Emissary of the Sleepless, because then we get a Spirit, and I can... oh, it's 5-drop. It's a 5-drop. Yeah, let's just make a Lambholt Pacifist and a Scavenger. And let's make the passive... oh, he gives up. All right, we got there. We got there for that one. I assume he was just drawing poorly. Maybe he was flooding out or something. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we really need to do. We're just going to jump back in and see if we can do that again. All right, we're back for game 2. We don't quite have the crazy insane hand, and in fact, it's questionable whether this is keepable. We have a turn 1 constable, and then nothing. We have to hit a forest and another land to play Solitary Hunter. We're on the draw. We do have 2 drops that we could draw. I'll keep it, but it's not the best keep I've ever done. It's not the worst, but it's close. All right. As long as he doesn't have a fast start. And him being blue-black, I don't assume that he does. Vessel's not really the draw that we want. Let's not misplay. Let's play that constable. Let's hope for a forest on top. Let's hope for a forest. Nope. Not gonna get there. Not gonna get there at all. Niblis of Dusk. Uh-oh. Plains ain't gonna do it. Let's get in for 1. Yeah, let's get in for 1. Didn't think he'd want to trade there. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have kept that hand. I think it was just bad. I was drawn in by the army of people who often tell me to keep 2-drop or 2-land hands because they're so good. Well, we got there, sort of. We can drop the Solitary Hunter. We are going to need to race that Niblis until we can purge it, though. And it may just get throttled here. Throttle. Yup. Pretty good. Blue-black beatdown all of a sudden. Blue-black beatdown. So. I guess we... Scavenger? Scavenger can block the Mangler. Quilled Wolf cannot. Vessel does nothing. Purge is not something I want to do just yet. So yeah, let's drop the Scavenger. I will take another 2. Down to 11 already. Need that Emissary pretty bad. Or the Hydra. The Hydra would be good too. Always Watching. Well, that's a card. That's a card. Still doesn't quite save us, but... I could Angelic Purge my Vessel. Gets me that much closer to Delirium. Doesn't quite use the Vessel the way I want to, but it can kill his flyer off. I am so close to having a blocker for his flyer, though. Oh. Yeah, we're going to purge that. We're going to purge that hard. Purge, purge, purge. Three-quarters of the way to Delirium. Pass the turn. Gonna have to take another 2 off that Niblis. Just need a land that I can block it. Passes the turn really quick. Hey, a flyer. You will do. You will do quite nicely. Quite nicely indeed. Pass the turn. All right. Getting back into things. We will drop the Skinner. We'll make our Geist even bigger. What could he have? He could have a Grotesque Mutation. He could have... Jace's Scrutiny wouldn't kill it. Stormrider Spirit would be a little bit gross. I'm actually really willing to bet he has a Stormrider Spirit. But we'd kill both creatures. He'd have to double block. And I do have that emissary sitting there. Let's come in for 4. Cool. Just got in for 4. Awesome. Totally fine. Totally fine. Plays a land. Lamplighter. Alright, you've got a zombie, so you can loot. Throw away a land. Sounds good. Ghoul collars, sure, that's fine. That is fine. Another land. So I could throw that away and get Delirium online. Or I could get another flyer up and running. I think I just want to get another flyer up and running. So I will come in for another 4. I think he'll go to 10. He will. So let's drop that emissary. We don't get the spirit off of it, but that's fine. It's still a 3/5 vigilance flyer. I'm a forest away from the Hydra coming down. Drew now Corpse Traveler, sure. Gives zombies death touch. No big deal. I'm gonna win through the air. In with your 2/3, eh? In with all your zombies. I guess that's mildly problematic, right? 4, 5, 6, 7 in the air. Take him to 3. Yeah, you know what? Let's double block. Skinner's not needed. I'm not going to get Delirium on before I win or lose this game. Sure. Kill the scavenger. You got it. So, could tap down his flyer. Discard the Hydra. 7, 8, 9, 10! Lethal! Oh, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have Delirium. We don't have Delirium. No! That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, it's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. What's the snapback on this? A lot, right? I can block. What can I block? I can block 2 things, because I can block with Constable and Quilled Wolf, and I can tap something else down. So, these are the 3 big things. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I go to 1. Yeah, let's do it. In for 7. Oh, Vigilance, of course. Vigilance, I'm so dumb. Yeah. I think I'm doing okay. Go in, take him to 3. Drop the Quilled Wolf? Or do I want to hold up the Might Beyond Reason? Drop the Quilled Wolf, I get to block 4 things. Let's drop the Quilled Wolf. Pass the turn. Alright. So he's got 1 card in hand. So if I get that zombie out of the way, he has 9 mana. Oh, he can give 3 zombies death touch. That's a little bit gross. So I get... I get the Lamplighter out of the way. I block the Niblis. I block the zombie token. And I block the Ghoul Caller's Accomplice. Do I tap something or not is the really big question here. if I tapping the flyer is going to be the thing I really want to do, because everything else is a zombie. This is target zombie, target zombie. So if I tap that and get that out of the way, I have to block zombies with my flyers. One flyer would live, because it would block the accomplice. The other flyer would die. The Quilled Wolf would block here, and I would take 1, 2, 3, 4. But I would have my flyer able to get through. Alternatively, I tap that zombie down. I can block the accomplice and the Niblis with my flyers. And then throw the Quilled Wolf in front of the Mangler. And I take 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I could just discard nothing and just block the Lamplighter. No, because I want that flyer down, right? My opponent messaged me. Question mark. I'm thinking. This is a very questionable board state. We're very low health. I need that flyer out of the way, right? Like, I really do. No, let's go to attacks. I'll use the Constable as a blocker. In with team. Okay. So, I mean, he may just have the Grotesque Mutation, right? So we block the flyer, we block the flyer. We block the 3/5. We block the 2/2. Two, 3, 4. Oh, okay, cool. He was just slow rolling. We were top decking lands, which wasn't the best, but yeah, we got there. We 3-0'd. We 3-0'd another Shadows over Innistrad draft. I'm doing really well at this draft format. I can't believe the night and day between sealed and draft. I am now something like 20 wins and 4 losses in draft, online and in paper. And I think I finished up in sealed something like 14 wins and like 17 losses. Crazy night and day. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that. That definitely wasn't the best of green-white decks. There's a much better green-white deck out there, but it was good enough to get us 3-0'd, 3 packs. Next week's draft is paid for. Good times. Let me know what you thought of this draft in the comments down below. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me on Twitter at @TheManaLeek. That's Leek, like the vegetable, not the card. And you can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/TheManaLeek, and very shortly on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheManaLeek. Again, I don't know when that's going to happen. Schedule-wise, it'll probably be 1 day a week, but I will hop on there kind of whenever I get time. So definitely make sure that you do sign up for an alert that you can find out as soon as I start streaming. But that'll be limited primarily. I will definitely play random matches of Momir on there for sure. I might even play some random games here and there that aren't Magic. Who knows? We'll have to see how that goes. But as always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you all next time.